Hey guys, what it is your girl Kadlac. I am Kadlac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before it all fades to black. Yeah, so I'm sitting here. Oh, hold on. It's your girl Cadillac. Yeah, so I'm setting up here in my car. Cause my little cousin told me he wanted to do a video. He had a hot topic, y'all. So I get the little phone hooked to the little Bluetooth speaker over the loudspeaker. We was gonna have him like come straight in. And then guess what? Guess what? He canceled on your girl. So since I'm setting up here, I said I might as well hit y'all with a video. Anyway, so I'm in there editing. I just got my LL Cool J vlog finally edited and it's exporting, taking about 30 minutes to export, and don't know how long it's gonna take to upload, but please, girl, give me a red heart emoji in my comments if you gonna check out my vlog. Like, girl, that took me back, the LL Cool J concert. Do you know, you don't even realize how many hits this man had until you sit there and listen to him go from decade to decade to decade, and it's like hit after hit, like for real. So I put out my video of painting, hold on, this here, of painting LL Cool J. So I did the Get Ready With Me video as well. The painting was very short, just that was quick. I had to throw it together. See, girl, that's what exactly I was telling you about. I had all that time. Like, if I had worked on that painting for a month, like, girl, this painting would have looked real, like for real. But because I did that, I started out trying to paint in my car, girl, because the concert venue was closer to my job and I didn't want to go home. So I started trying to paint this board in my car, but then I'm like, that's not even working out right. And security just keeps driving past your girl. So I said, well, let me get to my little cousin house. I get over there, I paint there like quickly, like splashing the paint on the board. Like, that was quick work. It came out decent, but it ain't my best. But other people still appreciate it or whatever. I don't think he got to see it. I kind of got a little bit too far back. He may have seen it because I held it up a couple times, but who knows, girl. But he said that he was recording that for his documentary. So maybe they caught it, girl, some type of way, girl. Oh, which is crazy because one of my artwork did get caught on, I think it was a documentary that they did about Trayvon Martin. I had did all these little posters and held them up in the crowd, and my aunt goes crazy and calls me. She's like, I think I see your artwork on TV. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, like for real. And she was so, like, she was like, you was with Al Sharpton? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so that's what. So I don't, and she didn't even know what show that was. Of course, my stuff get out there. They don't never figure out where, like, so I could keep a copy of it because I am archiving this, like for real. So I don't know what show it was on, but they did see my artwork then. So possibly this can be on the documentary, girl. But and then the hairpiece, girl. Okay, so I used to do these things called Coke bottle hairpieces, where I would take a 2 liter bottle of soda, pop, whatever you want to call it, girl, depending on where you're from. Anyways, give me a heart emoji. Let's say, give me a red heart if you call it pop. And then give me some other emoji if you call it soda. Like here in Florida, we call it soda. But yeah, so anyway, oh my gosh, that made me think of my mama. Cause my mama, okay, she's from Chicago and they say pop in Chicago. So when I would say, Mom, can I get a pop? She like, yeah, I'm a pop. Which that's probably not even funny to you guys, but that's funny because it made me think of my mommy. But so Anyways, I would do these Coke bottle hair pieces from the 2 liter. I would wrap the 2 liter bottle with I would cut like the top and the bottom off and just leave like a barrel, a roller piece. And I would wrap it with extension hair, braiding extensions. And then I would get these little pipe cleaners, and then I would bend shapes and like decorate it or whatever. Okay, so that was my plan, to do some type of, I wanted LL Cool J to be on my head. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I envisioned. But girl, wasn't no soda bottles or pop bottles nowhere around this joint. Like, girl. Then I thought about, should I just go to the store and like literally get some soda and pour it out? Like, because I'm trying to back away from the sodas. I still like some Dr. Pepper every now and then, but I try to back away from the sodas. So I said, no, that ain't gonna work. Let me just look around. And I found a popcorn bucket. Girl, I use the popcorn bucket. So you see that where I'm making the hairpiece, and then you see me wearing the hairpiece. Like, it was fun, girl. So once I get that out, then I'm gonna upload it. It may be out tonight. If not, it is getting kind of late, so it might be tomorrow morning, middle of the night. I don't know. It's coming out soon, so please, girl, you gonna want to watch that one, because at least it's music and whatnot, you know. So, anyways, I ain't gonna keep you too long. I gotta get back in there. I do have to finish a drawing, a painting, and I finally gotta finish this logo. Like, girl, like, what's going on? But I do have the rest of tonight. Yes. I got about 3 more hours left in this day, so I'm gonna get something done. I also am gonna start trying to do more of my artwork. I said, you know what? Screw it. Like, people may not appreciate my artwork. They may, like, I think people do. Okay, what's messing me up? What messes every artist up, basically? Your art, like, I had an art appreciation class, basically, and we were actually trying to figure out why some art is worth so much money and some art is not. And some art clearly looks like a 2 or 3 year old just threw some paint or scribbled something, and it's worth so much money. Okay, so art, basically, the worth of it is not necessarily how good it looks, and that's what's bad for an artist. The value of a painting can be placed on it by who actually owned this piece, or once an artist makes a name for themselves, who painted the piece. So say I'm a horrible artist, who cares, but a lot of people know me. No matter what I paint, I could have dipped my hand in some paint and just splashed it all around. And because I made it, it's worth umpteenth dollars. Or I could have made that same splashed around not hairpiece, I'm still stuck on that, painting, and let's say such and such owned it. Let's say just Janet Jackson, because a story that I'll tell you in a moment that Marcello tells me all the time popped into my head. So let's say Janet Jackson owned this piece. If she owned that piece, when it sells, it automatically, like, if she resold it, it's gonna be a lot because she owned it, and because, or that artist has a name. So unfortunately, a lot of artists, it's very hard to build your name. So it's basically not your artwork, it's always your name. So I don't have a really prevalent name in the art community. So my stuff is worth like zero. or not that much, which sucks because I am really good at art, at painting, at drawing, at all of that. So it's been a constant battle trying to build my name. And unfortunately, for a lot of artists, they're not recognized until they are no longer among us. Like, that's silly. Like, case in point, Nipsey Hussle. Why the heck y'all ain't get that man his flowers while he was alive and above ground? And I know y'all holding back my flowers, but you know what? Once I'm gone, ain't no point in giving them to me because it's not going to help anything. I need my flowers now. I need my recognition now so that I can get my husband home. What I need him home for when I'm gone? Like, girl, shoot, like for real. But when I say that, like, I've seen a lot of videos yesterday. Only another artist really can understand where I'm coming from. Like, but the artist life is very hard, and it gets to the point where sometimes I just wish I didn't have my talent. Just like, um, what's his name? Ah, Eminem said, "My gift is my curse." Basically, that's what it feels like. It. Oof, I won't even get into it. But let me tell you this quick story because I'm about to run out of time. But I always say that my art ain't even worth nothing. Don't nobody want it. You know, I sell stuff far and few in between. I could sell something this month and it could be a whole full year before I sell something else. It could be 5 or 6 years. So, I said that nobody really wants my art. I don't mean nobody, but I mean it's not a lot of demand for it. So of course I can't make a living off it, and I can't even raise my lawyer money that I need to raise. So Marcello hates when I say that. It aggravates him. And he's always like, "Yet. It's not yet." And I'm like, "No, Marcello, it has been literally, I have been trying to be an artist since I was freaking 11 years old. That's over 30 years. And if I have not made a sustainable art career in 30 years, like, there's like this much chance that it will happen now. I mean, it could happen, but that's why it's so hard for me to believe. It's like, it's not that it can't happen, it's just very hard for me to grasp it because it hasn't happened for so long. Like, not even just a couple of years. It's been a lifetime that this has not happened. So it's hard for me to believe that it could happen. And he always tells me the story of this man that was sewing these little carpets. He learned how to sew faces into carpets. He told me this many times in visitations. And he would spend so much time. The carpets look beautiful, but nobody would buy them. You know, people come across an artist, they either don't want to pay them what they're worth, or, you know, they love the artwork, but they're just not going to break no bread. It's very hard. And then people that do have money, they don't want an unknown artist. They want some artist that is known. So this is where you go back and forth, like you just never can get your footing. And he said that everybody, his family, everyone was like, "He is wasting his time. He spent all this time making these faces and these carpets. Don't nobody want that stuff." Like, girl, go ahead. But this was a guy. So, God, go ahead on and, you know, take several seats and go get you a job for real. Um, and so he got one of his carpets to Janet Jackson. It was a little carpet that he sold, knitted or however, and he put her face on it, and she showed other people, and all of a suddenly, after all that labor for nothing, once he got that one to Janet Jackson, he was in demand, and people were knocking down his door, trying to find him, trying to get, you know, the same type of carpet. Like, it wasn't that his art was worth any less, but it was just meeting that one person. And Marcello is so sure that one day I'm going to meet that one person that is going to take that art and not just receive it and, hey, thank you, actually show the world, like, this art needs to be seen, and then it would take off. Because my hopes have been dashed for so long, baby, it's very hard for me to believe it. But I would never say it's impossible because everything is possible. You know, it's just, I can't see it. I'm legally blind. Maybe I'm mentally blind too. But yeah, so still at it with the little artwork. I don't know, how did we get out on a tangent about the value of art? I don't know. But anyway, let me go back in. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's your girl Kadlac.